Hi everyone, welcome in. It's after Sunset Sunday. Who's glad they're here? I know I am, and it's gonna be a night. It's gonna be a night. How are you guys doing? How are you guys doing? A lot of you are already in the chat. I see I've got Pat and Janet and Susan and Rita and Nanette, Dawn, Judy. Let's see, Nikki, Katie. Guys, Delia's here. Welcome in, guys. It is so awesome. I know I was reading in the chat earlier that Susan's got an inspection coming up. Hey, Bob, welcome in. Got to get her fabric put away. I hear you on that. And I hope you get that done. I definitely do. You can leave his toys because he's going to play either way. So we're picking up toys because the puppy dog likes to play. Oh, no, you don't. Give me that. Give me that. Toss it. Somebody gave me this the other day. So I now have a minion. He's going in the office. He's staying here. I'm feeling much better and stronger today. Good, Jana. I'm glad you're feeling better. And of course, Paladin's nose is already up because he knows that I have this. So Paladin doesn't get it. Why does she have to put fabric away? To be neat. To be neat for the inspections. That's standard. Inspections are like that. They don't want to see all your mess. They don't want to see that you actually live. The gnomes are I know, right, Nikki? I'm still gonna finish stitching them down too. Denise, welcome in. She says, I'm here. Hello. Good evening. Welcome in. Glad you're here. So I do have some happy mail. And so I have already opened it up because I had to see. I had to see. So I'm going to show you guys what got sent to me. And these are going into more scissor fobs and a whole bunch of cool stuff. Okay. It's an apartment, Katie. It's an apartment. Apartment complexes do inspections all the time. And my apartment complex does it too. Every 6 months, they come in and do just a look around, make sure I'm not hanging anything from the sprinklers and all of that. And I apologize in advance that this is noisy. There's Susan. Welcome back in the chat, Susan. So look at this, guys. Look at how many there are. I don't know how many there are total, but we are going, why do they inspect? Just because they can, and to cover their tails. Putting the binding on a lap quilt for Diane, her first one she made 4 years ago. That's awful sweet of you, Bob. That's awesome. This one is a mannequin, little dress for mannequin. Here we have a spool of thread. I'm gonna make some cool jewelry, guys. Some cool stuff. So we're gonna have some scissor fobs because I got more scissors in here. There's like 3 or 4 different types of scissors. So I'm just picking up one. Look at these. Aren't they so cute? There we go. The camera's starting to focus. They're the little duckbill looking, or well, the bird mouth looking ones. Hey, Chloe. Hey, Laura. Lori and Dorlyn. Welcome in. I apologize about your name, Lori. I'll get it right. So like there's, as I drop one. We'll employ the puppy dog to help in just a second. And then we have a couple of different types of sewing machine charms as well. Guys, this was amazing happy mail. I did not expect all of this. This was absolutely awesome. Oh, I didn't see these in there. I didn't see these. Look at the mini little irons. How adorable is the iron? And it is 3D. It's not flat. Almost all of these are 3D. Dawn says these are cute. Yeah, they are. They are so cute. I think it's got to be my favorite because I haven't seen one like it. Now this one is flat, but look at the tape measure. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I love the tape measure. Okay. So I have all of these charms. So I will make some scissor fobs for them. For some of them with beads. I will be making some other little doodads and gizmos with any fairies. Nope, there's no fairies, Ed. Not in this batch. This was all sewing related stuff. I used to have some fairies, but I don't now. I haven't had fairies in a little bit. Let me see if I can find that one. Yep, there it is. I see it. And the puppy dog is busy. Let me grab him. Come here. Go bring. He will find it. Bring it. Yep, he knows exactly what I'm asking for. Bring it. Thank you. All right. We have a success. It was a pair of scissors that I dropped. So now we have them. So he doesn't have access to them. Excuse you. Thank you. All right. So these are all going into things for you guys. So with that being said, I did start the super chat goal for tonight. We were trying to get 10 super chats. Guys, blow it out of the water for me, okay? Blow it out of the water. Let's get some super chats in. Let's get you guys some more shipping paid for so that I can send you more stuff, okay? So I will be making these, not tonight, but I will be making them. Susan says she tried to take a few boxes into the storage behind the apartment, but the stupid key doesn't work. Oh, no. Yes, you do need to go to the office and let them know. That's messed up. The keys should work. The keys should work. Just saying. The keys should work. All right, so I have a whole bag of scissor pieces. Paladin has a new toy that is not Mr. Minion. Who can tell me the name of Mr. Minion back here? I'm taking suggestions. Who can tell me the name of Mr. Minion? Okay. So that was my Happy Meal. Had to show you guys. Could not wait. I couldn't wait till Tuesday. Okay. So tonight it's the next to last Saturday, and what I've been trying to do is take the last last Sunday. Sorry, I've been trying to take the last 2 Sundays of the month to work on Gnome Sweet Gnome. So that's why we have the picture up right here. So the block that we've got up here. Thank you, Susan. Susan's already starting the super chat raffle goals for tonight. Congratulations, you have another raffle ticket. So we did the gnome block in January and February. That's what we've been working on. Samsonite Claims Department is Ed, if I'm not mistaken. Somebody can correct me if I'm wrong. So we did the gnomes, and we did it in my colors versus the original colors that you see down here in the image. Kevin, I think so. Oh, she was saying Dave for that. Oh, thank you, Pat. I appreciate it. Pat's going for the high ticket, raffle tickets, guys. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate it. You have a raffle ticket for April 14th. What are you going to win? What are you going to win? Okay, so with that being said, with the gnomes, the next thing we're doing is the mushroom house. So if you can look at the image, it is the bottom right-hand block. Oh, you're so welcome, Susan. You're so welcome. Oh, she's saying thanks to Pat. Yes, absolutely. Thank you for helping, Tammy. Yes, thank you. Nikki says her son loved Minions. I love Minions. They are adorable. They are annoying, but they are so stinking cute. Okay, so we are doing the mushroom house tonight. So I have not done anything to prep for this other than picking my fabrics. Okay, so that's all I have for you is I have my fabrics picked. Oh, Pat is, what? You're peeking through. You're sending me an emoji with a peek through. All right, I don't know if I want to know why you're sending me a peek through emoji, but that's all right. We will take it. All right, this is going to be the windows. It is a light yellow. The lighting is horrid down here on the table. So it is much prettier up there. There you go. Chloe's got a raffle ticket as well. And okay, good questions. Doralyn I cannot talk. Doralyn is asking where to get the pattern. Let me double check. It should be linked in the description box, but I'm going to double check. The website for this, yes. Okay, so Valley Fabric Shop is the website. However, they don't have it currently listed on the website. All you have to do is give them a phone call and they will get you taken care of. Okay, so you just need to give them a phone call and they will get you hooked up. It is a print pattern, so they will ship it to you. Hey, Chris. Hey, Joan. Welcome in. Welcome. So yeah, you just need to give them a quick call and they will ship it to you. They are located in Lyman, Wyoming, which is southwest Wyoming. Having to think of my directions here for just a second. It's between Rock Springs and Evanston off of I-80. Everybody's saying hello. Yes, welcome in, you guys. We do have a super chat goal going, in case you guys did not hear that part. We do have a super chat goal going, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you we are trying to take care of me moving, and me and Mr. Siberian Wind moving in June. So with that being said, I will be hosting a quilt auction, another quilt auction. We're not going to wait for Christmas in July. Kind of need to do it before July. Do you guys want quilt tops? Do you guys want quilt tops that are not finished, not quilted? Let me know in the chat if you would buy, or if you're watching this on replay, let me know in the comments, would you buy a quilt top that is not quilted, or do you want just finished quilts? So let me know what your options are. A lot of what I have right now that is quilted is stuff that I listed for the last sale for Christmas in July. So if you saw the last Christmas in July and you missed out on a quilt, you might still have an option. Chloe says yes to quilt tops. Did I find a place to move? Not yet. Not yet. We are still looking. But I may also do some destashes, some fabric destashes, to also help fund the move. Because moving, as you guys well know, or should well know, is not cheap. So we will do what we have to do, right? I wish I could afford to move and move into a bigger apartment or home. I don't have a choice. I don't have a choice. If I don't move, they're going to increase our rent yet again, and they're still not going to do anything about the obnoxious upstairs. Susie says she would buy a quilt top. Absolutely. How about a throw quilt? I think I have one throw currently. I know I've got one throw currently. I've got some queen size quilts and such, and I've got some bigger quilts that are a little bit bigger than throw, but I have some smaller ones too. But I would have to, anything else that I've got, I would have to finish up. And that's my other constraint right now, is just timing. I should have been quilting today. Was I? No, I was not. I am still recovering from traveling to Cheyenne for a doctor's appointment and taking a little bit of time off to recover from that, because it is not as easy on my body as it used to be. Who can relate? Who can relate? All right, so I've got my windows. They are on this beautiful yellow. Don't ever expect me to say those words again in that order. Okay, beautiful yellow. Did I leave myself enough? Yeah, maybe I need to adjust this a little bit. Get a little bit more of a seam allowance in there, because I got plenty of this. I'm not worried about running out of it. So I'm going to give myself a little bit more of a seam allowance when I cut those apart. Got to leave some room, right? Got to leave some room. Did I say hi to you, Susie? She says she would buy a quilt top. Yay! Good. Welcome in, by the way. Welcome, welcome. I would love to get rid of some quilt tops because I have far too many to quilt right now. And so some of them do need to go by the wayside. Sedona Sunset is one of those. So for those of you who remember Sedona Sunset, it is on the chopping block because I have not quilted it yet. I'm filling a tub with fabric for the Guild Fabric Frenzy sale in May. My fabric storage is running out of room. I have plenty of room. That's not the issue. Mine is that I need to afford to move, and that kind of takes priority. Now, you guys can see the back of that fabric to the front of this one. It's a significant difference. And I'm just going to cut off a chunk of this because I have enough to do this. I chose fabrics that I had plenty of. And should I run out, we'll figure something out. We will figure something out. Sedona Sunset is the one I love. I know, right? It is going to be on the chopping block for sale. So I will look at scheduling that for April, the late April. So guys, save up your money. Plan for late April, having a quilt top and quilt sale so that I can get some of this stuff going and get it to a little bit more manageable state and help afford to move. Okay. So shipping will not be included in my prices, just saying. But I will combine shipping. So if you buy more than one thing on any of my sales, I will combine your shipping. I will absolutely do that. And I will give you the lowest possible shipping I can. So that way, unless you're on a time limit and you want it rushed, that way you can get it, you know, for cheaper. Because I understand money. Believe me, I do. So yeah, I will definitely put some quilt tops in there. There's a few that I am keeping that are mine that are not going anywhere. But Sedona Sunset is not one of those. Chloe says that is understandable. It has to be. I mean, I've got over 30 to quilt, guys. And I got that foot in. I still have not yet put it on the machine or done anything with it. All right, so these are the windows. This is the roof. Look at how bright that is. Look at how bright the roof is. All right. So we got those two fabrics, and there is an underside to the roof. In the picture, it's kind of a pale cream color, I believe. Let me look again. Yeah, it's kind of like a pale cream. I am going a little bit bolder than that for my underside of the roof part. I decided that I wanted something a little bit more powerful, I guess, is the best way to put it. I think powerful is the right word. I just wanted to stand out a little bit. It's gonna stand out. It's a lot of yellow. I don't know what has gotten into me. I don't know what you guys have done, but you've done something because I'm working with this much yellow. But I'm still complaining about it. Don't get me wrong. I'm still complaining about the yellow, but I am still working with it. Still working with it. This quilt just needs it. This quilt just needs it. Do you guys want patterns to go on sale as well? Do you guys want me to look at patterns? And I do have 2 purchase patterns that I wrote that are still for sale. So if you have not purchased a copy of Temperature Rings, or you've not purchased a copy of Flying Geese Mountains, you still have that as well that you can purchase as well. And that will help support me moving, finding a bigger place, and the cost of moving in general. Because you know that that's going to add up. It is so going to add up. So Chloe says, sure, okay, we will do it. We will do a pattern sale as well. I will look and see what patterns I have. But we will do a pattern sale. I've been giving a lot of my patterns away to you guys for free. But, so don't worry, there will still be some free stuff coming out, you know. Because I'm also doing the Super Chat raffle, so I'm not going through any of it until the Super Chat raffle is done. Super Chat raffle has to come and go, and then I will do the sales. That's how we're going to do it. Yeah, I think that's a smart way to do it. Guys, by the way, if you are still on the fence about the retreat, it has gone out to the state of Wyoming, the quilters in the state of Wyoming, to sign up for the retreat. So I fully expect that we will have a lot more retreat attendees popping up in the next few weeks. So seats might become a little bit more limited for the September retreat. So if you're on the fence at all, you need to start thinking about getting into the retreat. You have until May 1st to get into the early raffle, or the early bonuses for the retreat. And this is the chimney. Isn't the chimney cute, guys? It's a little arrow. It's a little arrow. So that's the chimney. And then here's the body of the house. The body of the mushroom house. Are you going to bring me your toy again? Are you going to bring it? Can I see your toy? All right, fine. He wants to show his toy, but he doesn't want to do it for free. Thank you. We have a blue hippo. This is the newest toy, so it's the new Lovey that we have. All right, there you go. There's your toy. Take it. Okay, take. Okay, he doesn't want to take it because I still have treats. There we go. All right. So how are you guys doing? How was your week, Ben? Oh, I didn't show you. Let me get this cut out, just barely cut out, and then I will show you what I did Tuesday. Because you guys didn't see me Tuesday. I forgot about that. You guys did not see me aside from the pre-recorded video on Tuesday. How many guys watched that? Hey, Linda, welcome in. Glad you are here. Glad you're here. So I took a class at one of the local churches. That's just where they were hosting the class. And it is on, I'm going to see if you guys can guess. Not the best work week, but the weekend has been good. That's good. There you go. Show us your Tuesday sew. I did not finish it beyond what you guys saw in the video. So what I actually worked on Tuesday has not been finished. That is adorable. My older dog loves toys. You know, he's my second one that actually likes toys. And he's very peculiar about the toys he likes. Sometimes he likes stuff like that and sometimes he doesn't. I sewed 2.5-inch squares into half square triangles. Oh, wow. That's a lot. How many did you do? Let's put it that way. How many did you do? Okay. Now, guys, this thing is not finished, so please bear with me because I still have to shellac it and clean it out. Okay? So it is not 100% finished. So I have to be very careful with it because I really do not want the smell of this. Okay. So I took a class on Tuesday night and that is what I made. We're going to see if I can do this without dropping. So it's decorated all the way around. And I don't want it breaking because I don't really want the smell. I'm not looking forward to cleaning this out. A friend that went with me, she and I are going to shellac it in the next few days because she's got to do hers as well. And then we're going to clean them out. We are definitely going to clean them out. So my lines are not straight, but I'm okay with that. But it was, everybody saying very cool and nice. Bad week, time in the hospital. Oh no. What happened, Janet? What happened? That's not good. We're not supposed to be spending time in the hospital. We're not supposed to be doing that. I kind of felt like it was the Walmart logo at one point, guys. That's kind of what I felt like. I still have to cut and trim them. I think like 150 more. That's a lot. Is it like a Fabergé egg? Kind of. It is, pisinga. It is a Ukrainian pisinga, which is a Ukrainian Easter egg. She went over the pronunciation multiple times. That's why I had to think about it. But it is called a pisinka. So it's a Ukrainian Easter egg, and it is raw. It is not hard boiled. You have to do it raw. And so I still have to shellac it and then drill into this bottom of the egg and then suck out the guts. So I still have to do that part. And yes, she gave us little egg carton pieces to carry it home with. It feels like it would be a Fabergé egg. It does feel like that. But it is absolutely 100% real raw chicken egg. So that's the class that I took Tuesday, and I think I can figure out, oh no, Judy is off to bed. Good night, Judy. Thank you so much for being here. Have a great night. Sleep well. That's what makes it look unique with the lines not being exact. I know. That's true, Pat. You are not wrong with that. But yeah, so what you do is you take this raw egg, and it has to be you have to make sure it is clean the right way, and the shell is strong enough. Getting better, I had a setback with my MS. Oh, gotcha. That stinks. I kind of was in that boat this week. When I went to the doctor on Thursday. When I went to the doctor on Thursday, so as you guys know, Tom and I have been looking at having a caregiver move in with us. So the caregiver went down to the doctor's appointment with me, and I kind of saw their eyes like bug out a little bit because when the doctor was touching like all of my joints, and I'm sitting there moving and shifting because it hurts, and she's just using the lightest touch, but I'm moving and shifting because it hurts. And my caregiver was kind of looking like, That hurts. Oh my gosh. Like I didn't even realize that. But yeah, I definitely had to recover after that. There's a lot of recovery after going just to the doctor. A lot of that. Now, one thing I didn't do that I should have done is I should have trimmed my seam allowance or trimmed these down to the edge of the paper or the lines. So I didn't do that. So we're going to pull out some scissors. I think I have my papers. Yeah, there's my paper scissors. Sorry. We're going to trim these down and then repress them. And we're just going to work as much as we can. And next week I will be able to sew again. So we're going to do that. So you guys will get to see the little background. I don't know. I've got 2 different backgrounds that I'm using for this quilt. So I may use the same background as what I used for the gnomes because it's touching, but it's not that close. So I may use the same one, or I may use a different background. I don't know. We'll see what I decide I want to do. Yes, agree with you, Chloe. She says, glad to hear you're on the mend, Janet. I agree. I hate setbacks. I really do. We're trying to see if we can get me approved to be on some meds for my psoriatic arthritis. But she put me on steroids in the meantime. So my mind is constantly on food. So tomorrow night with William's channel is going to be especially challenging because you know that we always talk about food over there. If you follow my so-called life, you know that we always talk about food. So it's going to be an interesting night tomorrow night. Trying not to be crazy hungry. And I usually snack on Monday nights anyway. So it's going to be an interesting adventure. An absolute adventure. But yeah, so she put me on steroids and we're going to see how long it takes to get me on actual meds and not just steroids. So you guys get to see me medicated again. Oh, so at least you are home, Janet. At least everybody else is mostly home. Looks like mostly home. And the weekend was better for Chloe, is what she said. How many of you guys are making plans already for Easter? What are your Easter plans? I don't even know when Easter is. Isn't that sad? I don't pay attention. I should pay attention. I really should. I really should pay attention to when Easter is, but I haven't. So if you know when Easter is, what are your Easter plans? Do you go visit family? Do you do Easter egg hunts? What is your favorite thing about Easter? What is your favorite thing? I feel like we're going to have a couple of weeks of Easter talk. So, we have like 5 or 6 weeks of Christmas and, a couple weeks of Thanksgiving. So we might as well have a couple weeks of Easter, right? That's the way I'm going to look at it. Hey, Rena, welcome in. Glad you made it tonight. Welcome. If you would like to get your Super Chat tickets, you are welcome to do so tonight. We are doing Super Chat tickets tonight. We've got 3 tickets in so far. And, okay, he is playing with his new toy. I had to panic for a second because he's over there moving around. And it always catches my eye and makes me a little nervous because he's always into stuff. What days are you on? I usually catch you on Sundays or Zoom. I'm usually on Sunday nights and I'm on Tuesday nights. Then I'm also on the 2nd and 4th Fridays right now through August. And then I'm occasionally on Fridays or with Sean, or he will join me on one of my Sunday nights. So it's usually for sure Sunday nights and Tuesday nights. Tuesday nights I normally don't skip. I did this past one, but I had a recording for you guys. So yeah, there is that. Katie doesn't celebrate Easter. That's okay. You don't have to. Susan says she'll be at her daughter. Easter is 2 weeks from today. Oh my gosh, we're that close. I'm not ready for that. I need to talk to my daughters, see what they're going to do. They usually don't do anything like dinner, so maybe just an egg hunt for all the cousins. You know, I always loved the egg hunts, the Easter egg hunts. I was never good at them. Don't get me wrong. I was pretty bad, but I did love them. I did love them. I love playing. I don't always love playing hide and seek, but for that, I kind of enjoy it. I like being the parent when it comes to Easter egg hunts. I love hiding things. I think that's so much fun. Ooh, should we do an Easter egg hunt kind of thing at the retreat in September? I think an Easter egg hunt would be fun. I have a couple of ideas of prizes for the Easter egg hunt winners if we did an Easter egg hunt. It would be a long-term one. It wouldn't be like just in a few days. April 5th is Easter. Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Dorlin. We go to early mass. My daughter and grandson will come. We always have a little lady from church that has no family, so we will have her over. That's very sweet of you. Glad you were thinking of her. I might be that little old lady someday. So I appreciate people who think of people like that. That is the day my cruise ends. I love Easter, says Nikki. I used to dye eggs with my kids and grandson. I have not dyed eggs in a really long time. This egg thing that I did was the first time in a really long time, and I didn't get to touch the egg, or I didn't get to touch the dye, which was fine. I didn't need to. I was using my walker that day. My body was already trying to shut down on me, so it was what it was. I'll go to church, says Dawn. Kids are scattered, so tough to get all of us together. I bet Christmas is probably the more common one for everybody to get together. Delia says if we were in Michigan, we'd be having an egg hunt with the blessings and dinner. Love me my honey baked ham. Oh, I want some ham. Oh, that sounds so delicious. And you have broken the food barrier, so now I am thinking about food again. Oh, I'm gonna be toast tonight. Oh, toast is another food. There we go. Yeah, it's the steroids, guys. It is totally the steroids. I'm going to be struggling with the food talks. Oh, I hear shredding a toy. I hear that sound. Feels like he's trying to rip seams. I may have to have him bring the toy to me so I can inspect here in just a minute. Gotta love when he is just like a child on Easter or Christmas. Okay, yep, he's doing too much chewing. Come here, bring it. My bad, but I love to use that ham bone for my bean soup. I don't blame you one bit. All right, we're gonna give Mr. Hippopotamus a little bit of a break, buddy. Thank you. We're just gonna give him a little bit of a break. You can have him back later. We are tearing up an ear already, so we're gonna give him a break. Yeah, the ear is going. So if you guys can see, here is the partially severed ear, which will get cut off. And then there's the perfectly good ear that he has not yet touched. He does this. He picks a side and goes for it. Hey, Christina, welcome in. Susan's going to go to the church in Port Angeles for both Palm Sunday and Easter Sunday. Is that your normal church or is that a different one? Sir, Mama's keeping this. Can you settle, please? We have a severed ear. Okay. All right. So one ear down and 5 more options of things to tear off to go. I'll go ahead and get the tag while we're at it too. All right. Go settle, please, sir. You're not getting it back right now. It's Mommy's right now. Yeah, it's Mommy's toy. Thank you. All right. We're going to set him over here so I can see him and slide him out of the way. Thank you, buddy. He's all gone. Hey, look at me. Sit. He's all gone. I know. He's all gone. Okay. Settle. We're going to see if he'll go for that. All right. I'm not going to worry about starching tonight. I'll do that tomorrow or the next day. I will get it done. I promise I will get it done. All right. Let's get this next one. I'm going to work on the chimney next. I use a ham bone for pea soup. Oh, I have not had some good pea soup in a while. That sounds delicious too. Everything's going to sound delicious. Steroids are the miracle drug, but don't help with curbing the appetite. No, they do not, Delia. No, they do not help with that. They do a lot, and it will help lessen my immune system so it stops attacking my body for a little bit, which is what I need. It is absolutely what I need. But oh my gosh, the appetite. There we go. It's the one where my daughter lives. Oh, okay. The Port Angeles one is the one where your daughter lives. Okay. That makes sense. Delia says that her mom used to make a great pea soup. One of these days I need to make. I have not had good pea soup in a long time. I do have peas, I believe. I have to go look and see what all I've got in the pantry. But I do have them, I think. Episcopal Church. I even have my church name tag to take with me. Oh, no, that's awesome. I do not think I have a name tag for a church at all. I don't think I have one. Hey, Liz, welcome in. Liz Thibodeau is in the house. Welcome, welcome. We are doing Super Chat raffles tonight, so you can get your raffle tickets in. The drawing is April 14th, which is after Easter, apparently, as I'm finding out tonight. And we are working on Gnome Sweet Gnome. I am just trimming up my freezer paper drawings as I go. I've already pressed everything to the fabric, but then I need to go back and fix this so that I can actually starch and have my appliques ready for sewing next week. So I'll have a little bit to do, just a little bit. This one's not a bad block. There's the building, the house building, the roof, 2 pieces, the chimney, which is what I'm working on, and there's 2 windows. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it for this block. So it's not bad. And that is all for March. I love March's block. So all we've done so far is the gnome block that you guys see behind me. And we're working on this one now. We are working on this one. And I have to remember which trash can I'm using. I don't throw my freezer paper away in my fabric scrap bucket, which is right next to me because some of you remember Paladin has been thieving from my scrap bucket. So we're not letting him thieve tonight. What else do you put ham bones in? I'm trying to think. Because I want to say, trying to remember if I used actual bacon or ham. I think I used bacon or ham in my black eyed peas for New Year's. Hey, Linda, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. All right, we're going to rough cut with these scissors, and then I'll go back and trim. No, I'm going to swap to smaller scissors. I need the smaller scissors. So I do have small pieces like that. We have a lot of little bitty flowers coming up. I'm going to hang on to that. Red bean soup too. Oh, yeah, no, I don't do... When I do like red beans, it was always red beans and rice, and I don't eat rice anymore, so I don't have a reason to make it. Pinto beans. Oh, okay. That makes sense. Yeah, ham and pinto beans does sound good. You're right. You're right. Of course, everything sounds good right now. It's not fair. It's not fair. Steroids should not make your body do this. Just saying. Just saying. I will be fine, I promise. But, oh, gosh, I want food. I do not want my ankles licked, though, puppy. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. All right, so the pieces that are big enough for the flowers, I'm saving. The ones that aren't, I'm tossing into my 5-gallon fabric scraps bucket. So I saw a video, and I don't know if you guys have seen it. You know, I get all kinds of stuff through my feed. I saw a video of this lady took this giant, just massive bag of scraps. And a lot of them were admittedly a little bit bigger than what I put in my bucket. But what she did was she took it and laid it across a sheet or a piece of fabric, and then made a pillowcase out of it, And then she quilted, like tie quilted every so many inches and made a pad to lay down on. So like a bed pad. I don't know if any of y'all saw that one or not. Does stuff like that come across your feed? Or is that just me? Am I the weirdo that YouTube doesn't like to send me all the cool stuff that I don't know if I really want to try or not? I think it'd be a good use of scraps. I just don't know if I would use like a pallet. It's like one of those futon mattresses. If you guys have seen futon mattresses and you've seen where they're like these mattress pads, so to speak, and you're just laying them down and all of that. But she quilted it so that everything would stay in place. Delia said it wasn't in her feed. Can you not scavenge, please, sir? Go eat. Go eat. He's coming to scavenge already because I took his toy away. So he wants something to play with. He has toys, but he wants more. He always wants more toys. Should I put scraps in a dog toy? Should I make toys like that? Or is that safe? Because I don't know if that's safe. If he can shred them, I don't know if it would be okay. Could you please stop, sir? As you guys are listening to me randomly talk to my dog. Oh, it's that stream of consciousness talking. It really is. All right, so I've got everything trimmed on that. So let's see if I can show you. Figure out my direction. There we go. So this ball end of it, there we go. This ball end of it, I have literally snipped all around that so that way it does it. Chloe says she would not try. Yes, yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. I'm thinking that might not be a safe option since he does shred things. Can you stop begging, please? Sir, stop begging. He's over here behind me. Dawn says it wasn't in her feed either. I don't know how I get signed up for the weird stuff. Maybe it was Facebook. I don't know. I really don't remember where I saw it, but I wanted to say it was on YouTube. I guess I could go back in my watch history and share that. But it was much bigger scraps, and I would need a lot more than what I currently have. But it would be something that I would easily be able to fulfill that level of scrap making. Easily be able to fulfill that. Sir, no. My scrap bucket is not your toy bin. It isn't. You have toys. I know they're not your new toy, but you have toys. I have a doggy nose sticking up at me, looking mad, looking upset with me, and longingly, like, Mom, please? Mama, please? If you have an animal that helps in your sewing craft, what is that animal? Do you have a cat? Do you have a dog? Do you have a bird? Do you have fish? If you have an animal or multiple animals, what do you have? I'd love to hear. I'd love to hear what animals you have. And yes, I am stream of consciousness talking, guys. I'm sorry. I hope you guys are happy to be here. Please don't forget to hit that like button, by the way. That like button does a lot. Please don't forget to hit that. If you have not already, at least. All right. Oh, miniature Australian Shepherd, says Janet. Aussies are cute. They are so smart sometimes. From every Australian Shepherd that I've met, they're either incredibly smart or they gave all their brains to their siblings. They're one or the other, nowhere halfway between. That's always been my luck with all the ones that I've met. How does yours rank on that? 3 cats, says Dawn. The youngest likes to help me, so aw. Does the youngest try to steal your thread or just watch? She's coming to a retreat to meet you. Yay! I'm excited about that, Janet. That's awesome. I get to meet Janet's puppy. Oh, I'm so excited. I cannot wait. Cannot wait. She's coming. Okay, just an old dog watching TV. That's okay, Delia. That is okay. One of my friends actually had a dog that watched TV, and that dog would actually get upset at other animals being on the TV. She could not put it on any like pet TV or nature TV or anything like that because her dog would get so upset. It was a pit bull breed, and that dog could watch TV like nobody's business. I never have had a dog that watched TV like that. I have 2 German Shepherds and 1 Beagle. Ooh, I like German Shepherds. I'm not sure about the Beagle. Beagles tend to be noisy. Or is yours noisy? Did you get the noisy Beagle? Or is yours a quiet Beagle? Which I have never met a quiet Beagle. Is yours noisy? Border Collie sleeps near my chair. That's very sweet, Nanette. Paladin will sleep. He's never like that during my live presentations because I'm talking to someone, therefore he has to be there. Oh my gosh. We get the bark box for extreme power chewing. We have 3 golden retrievers. I'm a little jealous on that, Bob. I am a little jealous. Paladin would probably have a blast getting a bark box, but I know that if I start him on something like that, he will be a holy terror because he will want it constantly. Christina has a beagle as well. Oh my gosh. All you guys with beagles. Delia says that hers is her husband, Paul. That's fair. That is fair. Does he know you called him your pet? Rita says that her beagle is a noisy one. He likes to howl at anything. See, I think beagles were made for that. I think they were specially designed for being noisy. Susan says she's been at least 25 years since she had any pets. Her kids and herself are cat people. My mom is a cat person. I used to be. I had my first ever cat was Sasha. She was a solid black cat, which they wouldn't sell to us without a special notice because it was during the month of October for my birthday, and they won't sell you a black cat from most shelters during the month of October. Not my pet, just the old dog. There you go. Delia's correcting me on it. I love it. Well, you're welcome to bring him to retreat too, Delia, if you would like. Just saying, just throwing it out there. I'd love to have you at retreat. I think you'd be a blast to have here too. I met you on the Zoom retreat and would love to have you here. Nikki says she has 2 corgis. She used to get a bark box and he loved it. He gets excited when I open my Amazon boxes, right? I don't think Paladin would let another box into this house, into this apartment, or anywhere around him if we were to get something like a bark box. He would just absolutely love that and be all over it. All right, this one's going to be fun when I go to stitch it down. Look at how tight that point is. But this is the back side of the house. So if you're looking at the mushroom house, that bottom right-hand corner, this little point is going to be a little covered up. So I don't necessarily have to do the whole thing because I can put the roof over the top of this and it won't matter. So I don't have to necessarily do that. So when you're doing applique, if you have sharp points like that, if they are going to possibly be tucked under anything, don't stress about it. Sir, no sir. All right, we are stealing from the bucket. We're stealing from the bucket again. All right. Can you not, please? Huh? Can you not? And say you did? All right, let me turn the bucket a little bit. Because he's trying to steal the same thing every time. So I have this entire 5-gallon bucket. I do need to empty it soon. It is kind of full, but let me turn the bucket so he maybe doesn't go after anything because it's a little bit harder to reach. So you guys can see how full the bucket is. I really need to empty it, but I don't have a pillowcase made to put it all in, and I don't want to have a trash bag hanging around. Oh, Susan's saying to my short point, have fun with that, Tammy. I know, right? I know. He's had his fill of QuiltCon and will drop off and pick up for retreat, and we'll do a run if desperately needed. He loves his quiet time when I'm at a retreat. He gets to explore the area. See, that's the thing. Because we're doing it at a hotel, he can absolutely have his run of the area. There's a lot to explore around Casper. He would absolutely have a great time. And I will say this for any veterans that are coming to the retreat. If you want your veteran that's coming to the retreat with you, or if you are a veteran and you want to go, if you want to go to Du Bois, Wyoming, with Patriot Express Honor Trips while you're here in Casper, there is a trip going the 11th and 12th of September. And I will make sure that you don't miss out on anything if you are the veteran that is going to the trip to Du Bois. But that is something else that I'm able to offer because of where we are and what we're doing. So yeah, you're welcome to come. He's welcome to come with. I think he would have a good time. There's a lot of things here that he may not have seen before. There's a lot of things that are one-day drives, like a morning trip or an afternoon trip drive kind of thing. So there's a lot of cool places to go. And we can absolutely give you the inside scoop on things for your spouses to do when you're here at retreat. So if your spouse does want to come with you to retreat and wants to take off and go do something, let me know what they might be interested in doing the most, and I will throw out options of what's available. And if we have enough advance notice that they're coming with, then it gives us more options to pair them up with somebody who could possibly be their tour guide. All right, so this is that piece. So I did go ahead and cut all of that. So I left it very sharp at the point, and I will trim it down. That's where using a stiletto, thank you, Janet. That's where using a stiletto and starch is going to come in handy. So we will get that taken care of too. Okay, there's that one. All right, got 2 windows, and then we got the roof. So then I can lay this out so you guys can kind of see how it's going to look, depending on how we do. I mean, we got time. We got time. I don't normally get this far into a project this quickly. Maybe it's the steroids. We're headed out west in September to sightsee, as we've never been that way. I'll be leaving the sewing machine at home and bringing my photography equipment. That's fair too. That's fair too. There's a lot to see out this way, a lot to photograph. We are actually renting machines. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm not trying to pressure you, okay? But for those who are coming to retreat, if you don't want to bring your machine or decide you don't want the hassle of lugging your machine, just bring whatever you want to sew on or pick up a quilt kit at one of the local quilt shops. And we have machines for rent. I just need to know in advance that you need a machine to rent, and I'll get you the pricing and all of that. We got your bases covered. Got the bases covered. All right. So other than scissor fobs, for those of you who saw those charms earlier, what do you guys think I should make out of the scissor or out of the charms, other than scissor fobs? Because I'm making scissor fobs. That's a given. Oh, good night, Dawn. Thank you for being here. She says good night, all. Have a good night. Go pet some fabric if you haven't already. You know you want to. That's the plan anyway. If we happen to get close enough with the rig, who knows, may just drop in to say hello. Absolutely. We are going to have a vendor mall as well. So you'll have access to lots of quilt related stuff to purchase if you would like to shop locally with the the shops here in Wyoming, or the shops that decide to come as vendor malls. We do have 2 shops that will not be setting up at the vendor mall, but they're here in town. So we're going to do shuttles out to them. That's how we're going to handle that. We're going to make sure we do shuttle trips out to the 2 local shops that are in town, because that's easy enough. That's easy enough. Because you might need to go back to them a couple of times, right? I know I do. I know I always forget something, and it's nice to have local quilt shops to be able to go to when you're at a retreat. So that way, if you forget something simple like needles or rotary blades or whatever, then at least there's an option in town, right? At least there is an option. All right, I only have to trim off the corners on the square window because all the rest of it will fold under without a problem. So there's my little square window. And I did mark the window sashing. Not that it's going to matter anyway, but I did mark it. All right, sounds like you have all your bases covered for your retreat. I hope so. I hope so. I went looking, there's a group on Facebook about quilt retreats. Like their whole purpose is to discuss quilt retreats, where they are, things that you would want at quilt retreats, as a host or hostess, how to make those difficult choices that you sometimes have to make. And so I've been part of that group for a while, knowing that I was going to be planning this. And so the design walls, those got mentioned on there too, which I am planning something. I don't have it firmed up yet, but I am planning something. The irons, ironing boards, and cutting mats. I will see about getting us at least 1 table raised up so that there is raised cutting for those who need to stand to cut or want that change of pace. We are going to have a game table so that you can relax during the day, at night, whenever. So we'll have that. And of course, obviously, there's the evening meals. And then if you're staying at the hotel, you're getting breakfast. Let's see what else. What else do we have planned? We have door prizes. We will have a swap table. So if you want to bring something to get rid of that is taking up space in your sewing room that you think some other quilter would enjoy, absolutely. And even prizes you talked, yes, I did talk about prizes, Pat. Good memory. I did talk about prizes. There are quite a few prizes that are going to go to the retreat attendees. So once we close that early registration, that May 1st registration, then I can start announcing some stuff. I have to wait until then because we have to firm everything up. I think I saw that today on Facebook. It's good to know about the stuff that you don't think about and you as a hostess should know. Exactly, it is. It is fantastic to think about that stuff. One of the resounding answers, and I was really shocked by it, but I shouldn't be. So when I go to a retreat, my first concern is having a private room. But I've always thought about it because I have a service dog, right? So I personally, I don't think a lot of people really want my dog jumping up on their bed in the middle of the night because he's gotten restless or he smells something on them and he wants to investigate. And I love my dog. Don't get me wrong, guys. I love him to death. Even when he's annoying and squeaking toys or chewing on his bone during my lives, I love him to death. But he can be a little bit of a menace. He takes up the whole bed. You know, you can get a king-size bed, and this dog will take up over half of the bed. So, you know, it doesn't do any good to get a king-size bed because the dog just spreads out more. But, you know, I don't ever feel comfortable, you know, putting anyone else in the position of having to deal with my dog. Because that's just not fair. I want them to be able to enjoy their time and relax. And dealing with my dog is not going to make that happen. So I'm very, very cautious and aware of that. But I thought it was just me. I thought I was the only one who just absolutely loves having my own room during quilt retreat. I thought everybody else, because I see all these other retreats that don't have that, I thought everybody else wanted, shared rooms and they were fine with it. That's not the case, apparently. As I was looking at the comments, it was resounding how many people were saying that they wanted a private room during retreats. Like, that was the one thing that I can't tell you how many people, there's maybe 50 comments, over 40 of them were mentioning having a single room. Like, that was something that if their current retreats that they offered or that they were going to could do that, that's what they wanted, is the private room with a private bathroom. And I can so sympathize with that. I can so sympathize. But I didn't know it was that big of a wish list item. But now I do, and I'm really thankful that I'm choosing a hotel, because that way we have that for sure. There's no questions about it. There is private rooms because you get your own room and bathroom, and nobody gets your key. Nobody gets your key. I mean, hotel staff are going to put something in your room before you get here, but that's from me, and that's just putting it in your room before you get there. Once you're in your room, you got total reign of if anybody comes in and cleans your room or anything else. And I was a teenager. I always hated when my parents came in my room to clean my room. The ones I have been to are shared rooms, 2, 3, and 4. We've never had any issues. Yeah, there's a lot of people that I've heard from that, they don't have an issue with, the shared rooms. But that's always my concern, with me at least, is that shared room aspect. Because, dog. Dog makes it more challenging. He's used to my sleeping patterns, and I'm used to his sleeping patterns. And every time that, I've shared a room with somebody, he gets off of my bed and goes and lays on their bed. And if they move in the middle of the night, he is up and he is waking me up because somebody else in the room moved. So for me, it just doesn't make sense to share, but that's because of the dog. I would share if I didn't have the dog, probably. But since I have him, that's kind of a necessity. All right, so this is the roof. Look how bright that is. That is bright, guys. I'm sitting here looking at it, and it's just crazy bright. And yeah, I'm sitting back to do this. Some of this I don't have to cut as closely together, and it's really nice that I don't have to. So what's your favorite applique method? Is it raw edge? Is it needle turn? Is it reverse? What's your favorite applique method? Delia says, but with having a service dog is definitely something different to contend with. Luckily, 24-hour sewing, and many of us do that. Exactly. I do have 24-hour sewing. I do have that. So that way, especially, I know I struggle to sleep in a new place unless I am just so exhausted that I have to sleep. I struggle to sleep in a new place. So, embroidery. Yes. Oh, you do embroidery method. Okay, that makes sense. I love doing embroidery method too. That's so much easier than this. So much easier. I would totally have done that if I didn't buy the pattern because I liked it and really want to do something for myself. So I still have to finish up Cora the Owl for Mr. Siberian Wind, and that's raw edge, and it's not going to be satin stitched down. I'm going to have to do something different with it. So I'm not sure exactly what yet, but I'm going to have to do something different. All right, clip into this corner. And let's see. And I did not prepare to sew tonight. So maybe we will start because I am basically at that point. Because this didn't take me as long as I expected it to. Nanette likes raw edge for applique. I'm not a huge fan. I wish I was. I wish I was. All right. So here's the mushroom house. And this is going to go like that with this up underneath. Oh, that's so cute. That's so cute. Chloe says she's only tried raw edge. I love the look of needle turn, so that's why I'm doing that this time. We're gonna see if I can make it work. Okay. Oh, I put the square window on the opposite side. Square window goes there. And then the chimney goes here. Thereabouts. Okay. So that's what it's gonna look like once all this is done. What do you guys think so far? Did I choose good on the colors? Chloe says very cute. Do you see how much yellow is in here? Do you see how much yellow? We got yellow, 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 and that's kind of yellow. It's orangey yellow, but it's kind of yellow. Sheila, welcome in. She says she's always hand stitched them, but can't see well enough to do it anymore. That's why I'm doing this freezer paper. I can see well enough, but I can't do the manipulation well enough to do it. Susan says she does needle turn or she uses freezer paper as a template, baste around and stitch it, leaving an opening to remove the freezer paper. That's fair. That's fair. I cannot believe how much yellow I put into this. Oh my goodness. I guess I should have laid everything out, but you know, we'll deal. Okay. While I'm about to do this, let's go back to these charms. Other than scissor fobs, what do you guys think I should make? What would you guys like for me to make? Do you want keychains? Do you want bracelets? What do you guys want out of these charms, guys? They're all sewing related charms. So tell me what you would like out of them. I'm going to shake up my starch. Hey, there's Sheila saying hi all. Welcome in. Welcome to the official welcome in. Glad you made it. Glad you made it. Raw edge, you'd have to pull up my Bernina, zigzag the edge down. There you go. Pat says that they love keychains. Keychains will work. I can do keychains. I've done keychains in the past. I don't know if I've got all the stuff for keychains, but it's not that hard. I can find the stuff for keychains. So we're looking at scissor fobs and keychains so far. Any other suggestions, guys? I am willing to take it. People like keychains and bag tags. Bag tags, that's a very good one. Bag tags, yeah, I could do that. Susan's also saying keychains. All right, so keychains apparently when Nanette says she cheats sometimes with software, I would, but do you see how big this is? This is huge. I would have to do it in multiple hoopings, and that's just too much. This one would be way too much too, so I wouldn't have been able to do that. No, let me turn these back over before this starts spraying. Pin cushions. I don't know if I could make a pin cushion. How would you make a pin cushion with a charm? Mug rugs? I could do a mug rug with a charm hanging off of it. That would be cute. You got my brain thinking, Katie. How would I do a pin cushion? I'm trying to think how I would do that. Maybe some kind of hair clip. Ooh. I don't know. I might have to look into that, Linda. That'd be interesting. Let me know what you need for keychains. I'll send it to you. You're so sweet, Pat. Thank you. Thank you, thank you. See? We got support, guys. I just gotta let Pat know, apparently. All right. That's fair. That's fair. You got any Stay Flow starch? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Nobody has that anymore. Nobody has that anymore. I am on my last of my Stay Flow. I do have somebody locally who is testing out a starch method. So once I hear back from them, I'll be testing it and see how I like it. Stop the pin cushion with straps. I don't know. I'd have to envision it. I'm not envisioning it right now. Hang the keychains that are sewing quilting related on my sewing toes. There you go. Oh, stuff the pin cushions with straps. Oh, with the scraps. Yes, I could. With the scraps, I definitely could. Software creates the stitches for you. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. But I would still have too big of a hooping. These are some pretty big pieces. I only have the large oval hoop. I never got the maxi hoop for my machine. So I have not gotten whatever that one is that is like the 830 hoop. I don't have that one down from that. I don't have the 830 hoop either. So I'm kind of stuck on my size, but I'd still have to pull the machine off the frame to do it. Yes, with scraps. Thank you, Pat. I appreciate that. I could stuff the pincushion with scraps. That's actually not a bad idea. Do you guys want pincushions? Name tag trumps. Ooh, name tag trumps would work, maybe. I don't know. Let me see. I'm thinking about how I would do that one. Because I'd have to get the charms that have names on it, or I would have to stamp them. I could get the ones to stamp. I don't have my stamps, I don't think. I don't think I kept the stamps with the letters. I used to have letter stamps to do that with, but I did not keep them. I don't think. I'll look and see if I did. It would be in my jewelry supplies tote. My jewelry supplies, not tote, jewelry supplies toolbox. That's where it would be. Sounds like the neighbors upstairs finally quieted down, guys. I haven't heard them in a hot minute. I'm kind of happy about that. All right, so I got that point pretty darn good. So we have the point for that underside of the roof. All right, so that's one. All right. I'm debating. So keychains I know I can make. Key fobs are not key fobs, scissor fobs. Yeah, I don't have the jumbo hoop. And then whatever Bernina came out with one size down from the jumbo to fit my machine. You can sew 4 charms together, put a backing on it, and stuff with trimmings or stuffing. I made one similar with elastic to make it for my wrist. I like that idea, Raina. I could do that. I know what you're talking about now. I could do that. Are you talking about are you talking about charm squares though? Or are you talking about the charms from the charm, like the metal charms? But I could do that. I like that idea. I have a vision for what I would make that look like. And I've got quite a few. Decorative on the name tags. Okay, very good. Too cute. Thank you, Linda. We are going to see if we can get this completely done, like completely pressed and starched tonight, which I think we can. We got plenty of time. We got like 50 minutes. It's not going to take me that long. I vastly underestimated how long this would take me. I thought it would take me a lot longer. Decorative on the name. Okay, I think I know what you're talking about now, Nanette, with the name tags. Okay, I think I know. I think I understand now. We might be able to do that. I might be able to get that. Swing doing that. I definitely have to get some stuff done before the Sew and Tell giveaway. I still have to get the quilt on my frame quilted, and then I've got to get the Sew and Tell giveaway quilt quilted before April 14th. I forgot to clip one. I forgot to clip it. There we go. It's clipped now. It's like, it's not folding. What did I do? It's not folding. I did see somebody with the Easy Press pen doing this. I do have a fabric folding pen that I could be using. And so I may pull that out for April. We may see how that works for April. I do have a gadget. I do have a gadget. It's kind of like the acorn pen, but it's not the acorn pen. And I believe I do have the acorn pen too. So we'll see what I've got and what I want to pull out. And I'm burning my fingers, so that's why I'm having to stop and pick it up. My fingers are burning. My fingers are burning. Have you ever burnt your fingers doing this? I have. You've seen it live on camera. Or well, it's hidden behind the microphone, but same thing. Crushed walnut shells, best for stability. Emery powder for sharpening, yes. Fiber fill, wool roving, or fabric scraps. Other options include sand, sawdust, or even dried coffee grounds. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. Those are all very popular methods to stuff them with. I don't like the idea of the coffee grounds because that tends to be more bug food, in my opinion. And sometimes it can be too strong of a smell. So I never use the dried coffee grounds. But I have seen using sand and sawdust and the emery powder and all of that for it. That's good stuffings. Good stuffings. Especially if you want to sharpen it. Getting up early in the morning. Oh no, Dorlin. She's going to go ahead and say, have a good night. Have a good sleep, everyone. Thank you, Dorlin. I greatly appreciate it. Greatly, greatly appreciate it. And make sure you pet some fabric on the way to bed. You know you want to. You know you've been dying to. So make sure you pet some fabric before you go to bed. It's great having you here tonight, Dorlin. Thank you so, so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's see. Oh, the arrow of the chimney is coming out, guys. Look at how cute that is. Look at how cute. Okay, sorry. Distracted squirrel. It's a squirrel moment. It's a squirrel moment. I am working in the background, guys, on the next mystery. So it is going to start launching. I'll start giving you guys information on it in August. Those who come to the retreat get, a little bit more information just because they're at retreat. They get to see my fabrics in person. They don't get to see any of the clues. That's still not going to happen. Still not giving out the clues early. But I am working on that in the background. So I've been doing a lot. Even if it doesn't look like it, I've been doing a lot, guys. I've been doing a lot. How are you liking the 365 quilt videos? Is it too much? Is it just right? Have you seen them? Do you know what I'm talking about? How are you guys doing with the 365 quilt videos? I've got those set to come out 5 a.m. every morning. So I've got more to recorded that I need to upload, but I'm trying to do it every day. Most bugs do not like coffee grounds, making them popular natural repellent for pests. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Okay. I can see why they would use it then. But I don't drink coffee. Or have you been around long enough to see that I don't drink coffee? I don't drink coffee. So I don't know where I would get dried coffee grounds other than just going out and buying them. And at that point, I would buy the cheapest coffee ever possible. Because I don't drink coffee. I don't use it for anything. So I don't have dried coffee grounds sitting around for sure. So I'd have to buy whatever, unless I'm stuffing with fiber fill, which I don't think I have anymore, or fabric scraps. I just do fabric scraps or batting scraps. What is the 365 quilt? Great question. So on all the videos that are coming out every morning on the 365 quilt, there should be a link to it. Catherine Kerr, Kerr, she put out a 365 quilt challenge. And what that challenge is she issues you a quilt block every day for 365 days. So I started this back in 2000, gosh, probably 2018, 17, no, 2017 or 2018, probably 2018. So I had through March 19th done from then. So on March 20th, or was it March 19th? Anyway, this month, my daily video started coming out, and that is where I am working on the blocks for that quilt. So a lot of them are 3-inch finished. For right now, that's what a lot of them have been. The others that I'll be getting to, I believe, are 6-inch finished. So there is literally a block for every day of the year. Hey, Brenda, welcome in. Welcome, welcome. Glad you made it. So there is literally a block every day for 365 days. And they do get progressively more difficult the further in you go. You can still sign up for the challenge. You can sign up at any point, and you will get however she's got it set up. Initially, when I first signed up, you always started in January, and that's when you could start the challenge. I don't know if that's how she does it now, but then you can only go back like a couple of months. So like she's in March right now, so as soon as we start at the beginning of April, you wouldn't be able to go back to January. So it's kind of like that is how she's got it set up. Or at least that's how she had it set up when I started it. I did go through and download every single day back when I downloaded them. So all of mine are the original versions from when I started my challenge back in 2017 or 18. I think it was 2018. And my quilt is red, white, and black. Those are my colors. I am throwing gray in there, so gray is part of that. But yeah, that's what it is. So what you're getting right now are the everyday every single day's video is one little block. So I love hearing what you guys think about them when you see those videos. So definitely keep those comments coming. I'm loving seeing those comments come in about the 365 blocks because I've been wanting to get this quilt done for forever, and me doing these blocks now is holding me accountable because otherwise I might not get them done at all again. So that is where it is at. And that challenge is free, by the way, guys. So that 365 quilt challenge, if you've not heard about it before tonight, it is free. You'd have a lot of catching up to do to catch up to me where I'm at right now. Yeah, it is a short video. Yeah, every one of those 365s, I'm shortening it down. I don't want you guys to have to watch like a 15-minute video. And I'm doing it with no sound. Nanette says, I think you can only go back 3 months now. Okay, so yeah, you could still sign up right now and go back and catch up. And or if you sign up later in the year, you can, start where you are and then finish up in the next year. So it's always free, which is what I do like about it too. You don't have to pay any extra. You're just out your fabric costs in order to sponsor your own quilt. I don't know if there's anybody that offers fabric kits for it, but I can probably guess that there probably isn't. I don't remember what the fabric requirements are. That will also be on her website as well, if she lists that. I bet she probably does, but I haven't had to look because I've had these fabrics sitting waiting. I think I am about to run out of one of my fabrics though, so I may have to substitute in another fabric. So, And it's just because I didn't know what, maybe I didn't know what the yardage requirements were, or I decided to sub in or whatever. It sounds like typical me, a typical decision I would make is I would just sub in as I went. Yeah, it is absolutely free. Delia said she didn't know anything about it or if it was a cost to it. Yep, nope, it is 100% free. And the video should have a link in the description box. I want to say that I did put that in there for every video. And if it's not, if I need to get you a link, just let me know and just send me an email and I will get you that link. That is absolutely fine. I just figured it was a fun way to keep myself accountable. And am I sewing every day? No, because I have had to take breaks. I've had to rest and recover a lot more than I expected that I would need to this year already. So I'm not keeping up with my normal pace, but I am doing a couple of days at a time when I sew and, you know, trying to stay ahead of the curve. So you guys will not have an interruption in videos. But if you do, yeah, like if I have to do an interruption in videos, don't worry, I will catch up. I will. I am committed to that this year. We are going to catch up. I will even have videos during the retreat while you guys are here at the retreat. I will have videos up while I am at Quilt Wyoming this year teaching. There will be videos. I will have to do them in advance, but there will be videos for each of those. So be sure to check them out because they are uploading every morning. And they're super short. They're only the length of that song. And I'm using that same song throughout the entire thing. So it might get a little annoying to hear that same song every day for almost a year. But, you know, sorry. Sorry, not sorry. So the 12th of each month is when I do the monthly recap for the month before it. So on April 12th, you'll get a recap of all of March's blocks. So even though you didn't get to see all of March getting assembled, you'll get to see all of March in one slideshow on April 12th. That's how I do have that set up. I'm using my stiletto, so don't burn my hands, in case you guys are wondering. I have learned to do it that way. Do I do it that way all the time? No, I don't. Should I? Yes. I definitely should. All right. I am at this sharp point down here that I didn't think was that sharp, but I have a little bit of extra seam allowance, so I'm going to trim that off and work on pressing these other two sides up, these other little two pieces. I got sent something today too that is gnomes, and it's so super cute. I'm gonna have to save it on my list of things to look into when I can spend money on patterns again. All the gnomes out there are so stinking cute. I won't tell who's trying to pull me down the rabbit trail with more patterns. I won't tell. But they are absolutely adorable gnomes. Absolutely adorable. All right, did I get it? No, I didn't. How many of you guys use the purple thing, and how many of you guys use a metal stiletto? Chloe's laughing at me. Yes, I am easily swayed by pretty patterns. I'm easily swayed. Do I have the mental reserves to be doing it this year? No, I do not. Definitely do not this year. But I'm still swayed. Need to check something else out tonight, so good night. Absolutely, Delia. It was so great to have you here. I will see you Tuesday night. Are they random blocks, or do they make a larger pattern when sewn together? They absolutely do make a larger pattern, Sheila. The entire quilt, I can't remember the measurements. Hang on. I can look because I have all of the patterns. So let me go take a look and see if it tells me on the layouts. Maybe it will. Okay. Ooh, Okay, lay out the blocks between the 16 sets. Does not tell me where I'm looking on the page, for the page that I have, so I could not tell you. But her website does, I believe. I believe it does tell you exactly how big it is. But there's a center medallion. There is a border around that medallion, and then there's there's rows of blocks of quilts, or rows of blocks rather. And then there's an outer border as well, and that outer border has some of the 6-inch blocks in it too. I'm actually working, the beginning of April gives you a border for your center medallion. So that's actually what I've been working on. I've got the 4 border blocks of that to work on right now, because that's what I'm working on, so you guys have that, you know, and in April when, you know, the calendar rolls over. So that's what I'm working on right now, is that border around the center medallion. When you go to the 365 Quilt Challenge website, she does give you a image of what that quilt will look like in the base colors she selected, which is like a blue and cream and like different shades of blue. So it's very neutral looking on her page. My quilt is definitely going to be a lot brighter than that, being red, white, and black. That red is really going to pop against the white and the black and the gray that I'm putting in there. But, you know, you can do whatever colors you want. One thing that I did do is she tells you, like, these are the kind of like colors that you need to pick. Like, you need, you know, like a dark, you need a dark, a medium dark. Like, she tells you like how to pick that color gradient, the color gradient for it. So I have little note cards, and I pinned the fabric samples to those note cards with the name of the fabric on there, or the picture, the actual fabric sample on there. So I have those. So every time I pull up a new block to start cutting on, it tells you, you know, dark, medium, dark, medium. Like there's all these ranges or whatever. So all I have to do is thumb through my note cards, and then I have the answers to what fabric I need to pick. So I never have to second guess what I'm picking. All right, so I've got all of them done. So this is what it looks like on the back. So I've got my freezer paper in there, and then all of my fabric is starched and pressed around. So what I do is I pull back some of my seam allowance, and I just pull my freezer paper off of there. I don't need the freezer paper anymore. But once I do that, if you can see, it kind of sticks up just a little bit. I take it back to the iron and just give it a quick press to repress that seam allowance back down. And there is my pressed piece. The 365 quilt is 90 inches square, says Matt. Thank you. I appreciate it. I might actually add a border, because 90 inches square doesn't really fit a lot of bed sizes. And I would love to have drape, especially after I put all this much effort into it. So I will probably put a border. There we go. Chris was getting it too. Chris says it's a 90-inch square quilt, right? So I will probably put a border on 3 sides. So the 2 sides of the bed and then the foot of the bed, I will put a border on. And I may put like a very narrow border at the top, because it will be going on the bed. I am not putting that much work into a quilt for it to not go on my bed. It's just not happening. Just not happening at all. All right, so with this piece, same thing. I'm just going to peel back, and then I'm going to pull that freezer paper out, and then I'm just going to take it to the iron and press that seam allowance back down. Oh, and the nice thing about it so far, there is no applique in the 365 quilt. So for those of you who are like me and have the Dear Jane quilt to do too, you don't have to do all the applique that Dear Jane has. I do have the Dear Jane quilt, and that is a future plan, but it is not this year. Dear Jane is going to have to wait. I am not ready for doing Dear Jane this year. I just have too much on my plate for that. So Dear Jane will take the place of the 365 next year, probably. That is probably what's going to happen. Just so you guys are aware. All right, so that is going to go like this. There we go. I'm going to tuck it under. Even if it wasn't supposed to be tucked under, I'm going to tuck it under because I like the way that that looks. Okay. I like this. I like this. This is looking cute. So now all I'll have to do is cut my background and we will sew next week. I will finish sewing that down as well as sew this down. So we'll have a little bit of sewing on January and February's block, and then we'll have some sewing on March's block. And then, so that's next week. Let me see what April is. We'll see if it tells me or if I've got to go look it up. All right. I don't remember if it says, no, it really doesn't say. So the next one is probably the wheelbarrow. So if you look above the gnomes, there's a little wheelbarrow up there. So it looks like that's going to be our April block. I will know for sure when I start looking at all of my pieces. So what I did is I took the entire pattern to make this easier on myself. I took the entire pattern and traced every single applique that I needed, and I just labeled it with what month that piece goes to. So like all of these pieces, you see my penmanship is horrid, but it has March on there. Okay, so all of my March pieces have March. Linda says that's going to be a very cute quilt. I hope so. I hope so. I am really kind of excited about it. I think that it's going to be just what I wanted it to be. And I wanted a springtimey looking quilt, and even though the gnomes are kind of not super springtimey, I think they're going to shape up and just be adorable. I really think they are. So we're going to have the window there. I'm actually going to move this door over just a little bit. It's not centered in the pattern, so I'm not going to center it either. And you can wiggle this around till you're happy with it. I don't see any reason why you can't. Okay, so always wiggle it around if you're not 100% happy with the placement, because it's your quilt, right? My gnomes, are they perfect? No, they are not. They are not perfect. I think I actually messed up on who gets what hat, but you know what? I'm not fixing it now. And if I don't say anything about it, nobody's really going to know. So there's no sense in me making a big deal about it. So all of my backgrounds are cream. In the pattern, she's got some grays and such, but I kind of liked the cream. And then that piano key border is a real thing. We will be doing a piano key border, so there will be that. And then there will be, I've got some cute fabrics for the back, or for the border, the other borders. It's looking good. Was in the kitchen emptying the dishwasher and loading it. Sounds like a plan, Susan. You want to come load mine? You want to come load my dishwasher? I would love that. I would love that. Okay, this one I'm going to have to fiddle with. I don't really want to fiddle with it right now, but I will have to fiddle with it. Because the circular part didn't want to do exactly what I wanted. Isn't that so cute? Isn't it so cute? Okay, it's supposed to go straight up. There we go. All right, so now the chimney goes straight up, and I don't think the placement really matters all that much. Once I get the block cut to applique it onto, then I'll know for sure if I need to adjust it a little bit. What do you guys think? Do you think it's as adorable as I do? I just absolutely love it. Move my microphone out of the way and get the shadow off of it for you guys. There we go. There we go. So all I have to do is get the background cut, and then I can start sewing, start appliquing. I am going to do the same thing that I did to that block. I pulled out some embroidery stabilizer and I put that on the back so that I could stitch through, so that way my stitches aren't pulling into the background and they're not going to gather and pucker. So I will tear some of that out once I'm done. All I've got left to stitch down is the straps for his hat here and his nose. His nose is not stitched down. So everything else on all of these are stitched down. So I don't have much to do on that. And then I can do this next week as well. Chloe says, very cute. Thank you. I think it's going to be adorable. And instead of this black sashing, I think I have a blue that's going to be my sashing. So it's going to be a much brighter quilt than what is in the picture. So I'm so excited about it. All right, let me think. This upcoming Tuesday, oh, we still have a long way to go, guys. We have 2 more Tuesdays before Show and Tell. Can you believe it? 2 more Tuesdays. Now, the next Show and Tell, which is April 7th, is the last Show and Tell for this cycle. So if you want to get in for the Show and Tell giveaway quilt, you still have time. You can send it to me via email. You can also go to Facebook, and you can also go to MeWe. Let me see if the MeWe link is working. We're going to find out in just a second and see if Nightbot likes me. Let's see if it works. No, it does not. Okay, hang on. We will get the MeWe, the correct MeWe link in there, because we're going to remove that comment from MeWe, or from Nightbot, since Nightbot does not like my MeWe link issue. Nightbot is just a pain sometimes about stuff like that. All right, copy link, and there we go. So that is a link for MeWe. So if you guys have Show and Tell, now is the time to be entering, because you only have until 3 p.m. on April 7th to get in for this Show and Tell giveaway quilt. And the quilt top is done. I just need to quilt it, and it is the next thing up on my quilter. I will quilt it one way or the other. It will get done, I promise. I'm going to be doing a lot of quilting this upcoming week. I don't have a lot of other things on my plate. I've kind of cleared my schedule for that. So I will be doing quilting this week, and I believe next week as well. Let me double check my schedule and I can tell you if I'm quilting next week. And I will also be pulling out quilt tops. So that will be pulled out very, very soon. Pulling up my calendar. Sometimes it pulls up immediately, sometimes it doesn't. There we go. Yeah, I've got some stuff going on next week, but it is not too much. So I will be quilting this week and next week to get all of that taken care of. It's a lot. It's a lot. So with that being said, we're not going to hang out too late tonight. I'm still recovering from my doctor's appointment and trip to Cheyenne. So don't think there's too much else. Just know that I have a lot more things that came in for the raffle, for the Super Chat raffle. So for those of you who have done a Super Chat, thank you, thank you, thank you. You have raffle tickets going into the Super Chat raffle on April 14th. If you have not done a Super Chat raffle, you can always do a Super Thanks. You can do that on any of my videos. You can even do it on the 365 quilt videos. So if you want to do a Super Thanks over there, you can absolutely do that. Susan says she's trying hard to get this apartment clean. When is the inspection, Susan? When is that inspection coming up? Chloe says understandable. Yeah, about the recovery. Yeah, it's a mess. I did see that I'm missing an appointment, maybe. No, there it is. Okay, it is on there. Making sure. I saw something and it wasn't, I didn't see everything that I needed to see, but it is there. So yeah, I'm getting that all done. I have one major thing I've got to take care of this week. Other than that, everything else is quilting time. So I get to actually quilt tomorrow. It's amazing. I don't know what I'm going to feel about quilting, but I definitely think I'm going to try to enjoy it. I need to. I need to. Sheila is saying, have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for being here, Sheila. I appreciate it. So, guys, if you have not petted some fabric today, if you've not put needle and thread to fabric, if you have not sewn or gotten those warm fuzzies in, go do that. It is imperative that you keep those warm fuzzies going. Get that dopamine hit, get that serotonin boost. You know you need it. You know you want it. You know you're a quilter or a crafter when petting fabric sounds like a fun time. So make sure that you go and pet some fabric. And don't forget, I will be live this upcoming Tuesday night, 6 p.m. Mountain Time. And I think I have a good idea of what you guys are going to see Tuesday night. So you don't want to miss it. I will see you guys then.